So you want to be your own boss with a side income. You are taking the first step into entrepreneurship by searching for more information, which has led you to this video, which is just awesome and it means you're on the right path. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I'm awesome and on the right path. Carry on, young Christopher. For those who have already started their journey into entrepreneurship, you're also on the right path because you are making that commitment to find more information to give yourself the edge, proving that you are a lifelong learner. Today we're going to touch base on some basic mentality, mostly focused for those who have spent the majority of their life working for other people. We're going to look at traits and behaviors for what I call the classic employee. It's important to be aware of these traits because as you transition into becoming a boss, if you have any of these behaviors, it's going to hinder your success. You're telling me that if I stick around for a couple of minutes, you're going to teach me how to be a successful boss? Yeah, mate, you'll learn a thing or two. Oh, that sounds fair enough. Let's break down the classic employee. The classic employee watches a clock for when they have to start work, when they have to go home, even when they have to have lunch. You forgot smoko break. They look at the day as if there's 8 hours of work to do today, and then they get to go home. If you're starting as your own boss and you say, well, today's plan is I'm going to do 8 hours of work and then I'm done, you're stuck in the classic employee mentality. Sorry, mate. Just before you go too far, I actually get 2 smoko breaks. This is assigning an arbitrary amount of time for the sake of working, which can lead to a false sense of productivity. You need to shift out of that mentality. Instead of assigning time to yourself as the boss, you need to assign goals. As the boss of your own time, you need to figure out the most time-effective and time-efficient ways to meet them goals. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average American works 8.8 hours every day and is only productive for 2 hours and 53 minutes. The average Australian, 2.5 hours of a typical 8-hour working day. If you set yourself 8 hours to do a task, you'll drag it out for 8 hours. Now that you are a boss who values their own time, you need to remove arbitrary times. Set goals and achieve them as quick as possible to get your time back. Remove the clock. Right, so if I set goals instead of just watching the clock to go home, I'll probably get some time back. The successful boss smashes the like and subscribe button right now.
Okay, I see what you did there.
The classic employee loves a good whinge. This work's too hard. Well, I never get the good customers. Oh, there's just too much paperwork. Yeah, not enough smoko breaks. We need 3. Complaining is a negative mentality, and it doesn't improve the situation the vast majority of the time. While there is a term, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. If you are being the squeaky wheel and making noise, and you are your own boss, you're only complaining to yourself. Being your own boss, you need to stop complaining. This doesn't mean you have to put on a big smile and keep on moving on. No, it means you need to acknowledge problems and solve them. If there's something you feel you need to complain about, unpack it because that's a problem and you need to solve for it. Your job as the boss is now to find solutions to these problems. By having the mentality to find solutions to problems, you're going to eliminate your complaints. Suppose I could probably stop complaining about stuff and I could start finding solutions to problems. The classic employee does not take ownership of their work. They do it for the sake of doing it because they are told to do it. They don't care if they do a good job or a bad job because at the end of the day, it's not their business. If work goes bad, they are the first to point the finger and blame. Mate, I've screwed up nothing. That was Bob, that was Jim, that was Fred. I've done nothing wrong. They'll point the finger to everyone and everything around them, but never at themselves. They're all useless. Being your own boss, you no longer have that luxury of blaming others. The finger only points at you. When you point a finger at yourself, it's not to blame yourself. You're pointing to the person who has the ownership of the situation. You're pointing your finger to the person who will solve the situation. Blame does not get results. It's only passing the buck to yourself over and over and over because you are the boss. And taking ownership sets yourself as your own leader, removing the blame. Right, because I'm the boss, I'm accountable for my own actions and my own success. Suppose if you put it that way, it is my responsibility. So 3 things for you to do as you're stepping into becoming your own boss. Stop clock watching, stop complaining, and take ownership. If you don't act like a classic employee and act like an owner, like a leader, you will be successful. And look, I get it. It can be hard to self-criticize, to go through yourself, to have a look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, do I have any of these traits, any of these behaviors? But by becoming self-aware of these certain things, you can work on yourself and you can get better and you can become more successful quicker. I definitely had all of these traits back in my early years when I was first learning to work. I was the laziest employee. I didn't care. I barely even wanted to show up. I just needed a paycheck.
Finally, 5:30, I'm out of here. What a crap day. My boss does nothing. They should do more.
But over time and experience, I've learned that these traits are bad and they lead to failure. They do not lead to success at all. For those looking to become their own boss and start up a side income, but don't quite know what to do yet, A great way to start is by becoming a food delivery driver. This allows you to set up as your own boss as an independent contractor and practice these mentalities. You'll learn time management and problem solving skills, taking ownership of your work and managing your income and expenses. It's a great and easy way to start earning an extra side income which you can start to save towards your goals. Whether it be saving up to get the capital to start your own business, investing for your future, or even just getting yourself out of a rut and improving the quality of your life. Yeah, if I could drive, so could you, so could anyone. So could your neighbour. You don't want your neighbour to earn a side income before you, do you? Nah, that wouldn't make you feel so good, would it? No, you better sign up now and get a side income started. Want to start up a side income now? My links are below in the description to get started today. I hope you'll get some value out of this and can raise yourself above any classic employee mentalities that you may have right now. I want to see each and every one of you smashed in life and succeed. Until next time, guys, peace out.
This is more